Upon a DeadPool trailer reaction, the trailer reaction YouTube video for that. Now, I figured that I would do this one because I kind of already did the Free Guy trailer reaction YouTube video. Well, this is technically, the person who actually portrays and voice acts this character is actually the same guy from Free Guy, which actually does make a lot of sense. And I figured it would do the Once Upon a DeadPool one because it's the PG-13 version of the which I guess kind of does make a lot of sense. And I figured I would do this one because it just felt very obvious, and yeah, I just go with it, and that's kind of that. So yeah, and I'll explain all the other details later. So yeah. Anyways, without further ado, let's watch this and see if it's just like Free Guy trailer reaction.
Christmas, a good guy in red is coming to theaters with his new sidekick, Fred.
Why am I here?
You're in a PG-13 version of DeadPool, filtered through the prism of childlike innocence.
And nobody does childlike innocence like you, Fred. Nobody. I need you almost as much as you need me.
Oh, this is just as funny as Free Guy,
To untie you,
which is also the same rating as. So note that this movie is also the same rating as Free Guy, which is just to let you know. So yeah, I was right. It says that it's PG-13, which is the same thing.
Gotta prefer Marvel movies. We are Marvel. Yeah, but you're, Marvel licensed by Fox. It's like if the Beatles were produced
Oh yeah,
by
that's right.
Nickelback.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's
music,
right.
But it sucks. You were nicer as a kid. PG-13.
Now, what did I think of the trailer? I actually thought it was a perfectly good trailer. So I give it a 5 out of 5 and 10 out of 10. Now, you already know what happens in the beginning, middle, and the end. Now, I did not expect this trailer to actually be a little bit more shorter. I did not expect this one to be a lot more shorter. And, the fact that, this is the same guy who portrayed and voice acted Guy in Free Guy. So, yeah, I figured I would do this one because, it just felt very obvious and very great. And, yeah, you kind of already get what I'm going at with these and all that. And then, the next one, well, okay, so the next one is actually going to be very easy. The next one, you'll easily be able to guess what the next one is, which I guess kind of does make a lot of sense. And yeah, and I just assumed that I would do this one. I mean, there's a lot of trailer reaction YouTube videos that I haven't done yet, but we'll get to all of those eventually next time. And like I said before in the previous trailer reaction YouTube video, the next week's ones are going. I already know what you said. The next week's ones are going to be An American Tail and the Smurfs the Lost Village trailer reaction, and the Adventures of Tintin trailer reaction YouTube videos. So yeah, those would be the free ones that I would do for next week's ones. Which I guess kind of does make sense for me to do to do those ones for next week's trailer reaction YouTube videos, and I figured I would do this one. I mean, I actually wasn't expecting this official trailer to be a little bit more shorter than I thought. Actually, because I thought it was gonna be like 2 minutes long, like 2 to 3 minutes long, kind of like how the other ones I do. And yeah, you kind of get what I'm saying. Like, you kind of get what I'm saying because some of these trailer reaction YouTube videos are like 2 to 3 minutes long, and probably for good reason, which I guess kind of does make a lot of sense. Well, at least it counts where at least it stands where it counts, which is actually very good. And now for what would have happened if this were in real life Round TMRT gameplay series YouTube videos. I think there might be for next week's one, it might be a little bit different. I mean, that mostly depends on what topic I'll have for next week's what would have happened if this were in real life Round TMRT gameplay series YouTube video. I mean, that depends on which one it is, because yeah, I'll probably know which one to come out with, and yeah, and it was actually very great. And it was actually, and you know how it was actually very great for me to start off with like a few couple. Like, remember how last week's trailer reaction YouTube videos were all like Christmas movie trailer reaction YouTube videos? Well, you can kind of if you can watch those ones, and then you can watch this one, and then you can watch this one. So yeah, that's actually the good part about all of this. And yeah, it's actually very fine the way it is, which I guess is very obvious, and yeah, which I suppose is very good, and also yeah. And I figured I would do this one, and I already know what the next one is going to be, so yeah. Yeah, I'm going to say this because, all the trailer reaction, because I am going to say this, that all the trailer reaction YouTube videos are fine the way all the trailer reaction YouTube videos and that one video reaction YouTube video that I did on the Star Wars Detours one are all fine the way they are, regardless of how much time, are all fine the way they are, regardless of whether they might be like 8 minutes or 9 minutes, or maybe under 8 and 9 minutes within, which I guess kind of does make a lot of sense. So yeah, all the trailer reaction YouTube videos, including this one, are fine the way they are, and so for the next one, which I guess kind of does make a lot of sense. And yeah, and it'll probably be a long time before I come back for video gaming YouTube videos. I mean, I'm trying to sort out when I can come back to that, and it takes a long time. Like if you think about it, it takes a very long time for me to come back to most of these. And most of the trailer reaction YouTube videos that I do are basically like G, PG, and PG-13, which is probably for good reason. And then, if I ever want, and if there were any, that's for movie and TV show trailer reaction YouTube videos. For video games, video game trailer reaction YouTube videos, those are basically E10 and teen, which I guess kind of does make a lot of sense. And yeah, so I think because I figured that I would do this one because, it just felt very great and all, and yeah, I guess I just keep it where it stands. So yeah, I'll have more trailer reaction YouTube videos for next week's and then the following weeks. And yeah, I guess you kind of already guessed what next week's are going to be. I guess you kind of already know what next week's are going to be, which is actually something very new. So, and then for next week's, I'm going to reveal the following week's trailer reaction YouTube videos. So the idea is that when I'm doing a couple of trailer reaction YouTube videos, I will be able to tell you what next week's trailer reaction YouTube videos will be. So that's sort of like a rumor or a hint, or that's sort of like a rumor for next week, for the week after the trailer reaction YouTube videos. So yeah, that's kind of a great thing that I'm doing for these, which I guess is a kind of a very great reminder for these trailer reaction YouTube videos. So yeah, I guess that's kind of it. So yeah. Anyways, that's it for today. Peace out. Bye-bye.